I feel like relationships are hard in general, even if you're not married. But I think they're harder for girls. Because as girls, you're raised being told all this fantastical shit about what your love life is going to be like. Your dad calls you princess. And you're like, oh my God, there's going to be a prince and a horse in a castle. I'm in. And my dad just called me squirt. And I couldn't even live up to that.
I'm lucky I met him. I'm just not thrilled with the way we met. It's just Hinge. That's it. Dating app. That's our story. That's going to be our story. I wanted something romantic, you know? But it's Hinge. There's nothing romantic about shopping online for a person. That's all these apps are. You're just shopping online for people, and there's filters for you on these apps. Like Amazon Prime, very unsexy filters. Just the stats, you know? It's like age, height, religion, politics, kids, you know? And the least romantic filter of them all is the distance. Where do you want your person? But what this filter is really asking you is, how far would you go? Right? It's like, how bad do you want it, son? And on my Hinge distance, I put the maximum amount, which people do laugh, but it worked. I found the fucker, okay? It worked. I found him, but I swiped for years, dude. I swiped for a decade all through Southern California. Like I fucked my way all the way to San Bernardino and back. Do you understand? I don't know why I did the and back, but I was looking for love. I was taking it seriously. But I thought it would be cute if I asked my man. I was like, honey, what did you put on your Hinge radius? How far were you willing to go to find me? But I forgot you're never supposed to ask a question if you're not ready to hear the answer. Do you know what this fucker said to me? 5 miles. 5 miles. I was like, what am I, Uber Eats? Okay? You can't just open up your phone and be like, no, I'm in the mood for Asian. What's open near me? Like, not me. Like, this is my life.
Like, I don't know what you guys like or what y'all are into or what, you know, turns y'all on or whatever, but a dude saying he wants to put a baby in you? That's sexy as fuck, okay? Unless he means it.
It's not just us. A big part of being a bisexual is constantly being told you're not a bisexual, you're going through a phase, you're just whimsical. Oh, aye, that's me, whimsy down a T. So for years, I tried to get on board with the idea I was a straight woman that just had sex with an awful lot of women. Never thought I was a bisexual. I just thought I was a legend. But by the time junior high came, I couldn't just show up empty-chested. How was I gonna get a dude back to my mom's unfurnished basement? So I had to act fast. I went up to my mom's room. I stole her water bra, which Victoria's Secret stole from a hose in water balloons. And then just charged us $50, and we were like, honestly, we'll do anything. So I strapped on the water bra, I marched to junior high, and it worked. I snagged a teen. I was also a teen at the time, just to be clear. I got him back to my mom's unfurnished basement, popped in the Billy Elliot VHS, which was my fuck tape. I still don't know how that movie ends. And the water bra made me inadvertently celibate because I wanted to be touched, but I couldn't let him touch or put any sort of like weight upon it because it made like a strange like sound that I could not explain. And I also couldn't do like a sneaky release underneath my shirt and chuck it far away because it was like the weight of an X-ray vest. It was like, thunk. And after that, I would have had no choice but to be like, ta-da! I made my boobs disappear. And now for my assistant, my mom taking the towels out of the dryer. And magic is not hot. You know, it never will be. It's a trick. A guy wants boobs and he gets water. Not cool. I feel like the only time that would work is if it was like reversed or something. Like if you're running a marathon and I was volunteering on the side with the water, and you came up for the water and I was like, or you can touch my tits. You're like, oh my God, thank you so much. I know there's water up here. I don't know when there's gonna be tits again. Thank you.
When I need to have my sexual needs met after a breakup, I contact a certain someone called Sebastian. Sebastian is a bad signal to all of my friends that I'm single and I'm out on the prowl. And the reason I contact Sebastian is because Sebastian meets most of my sexual needs. But I know for a fact that I will never fall in love with Sebastian. Because the very first time we had sex, Sebastian brought a guitar. There's no risk of me falling in love with anyone who once posted a picture of Elvis Presley on his Instagram feed with the caption, "Rest in peace, King."
How did you actually meet?
Before online dating. We met on
Okay.
telephone dating.
What the fuck? Telephone dating? Back in 1995? Why are you clapping for 1995? Was that a good year for you? You started the clap. You were like, I love that year. So wait, what is telephone dating?
He left a nice message for what kind of woman he was looking
How did he get your number?
for. I gave it to him.
Oh, wait, what? So,
He wanted a partner.
oh, so it, what? So, am I dumb? So wait, how did he get your number?
Well, there was like lots of women and lots of men that did this.
Oh, is it like a service where they hold the key to the numbers? Oh, Jesus Christ, that was so hard for me. I was like, but where do you swipe?
Do you know there was a study that said this isn't you guys, but like I'd read this study that said, a study says if you get together with your first love later in life, that you'll stay together forever. Because of that purity and the first love of it, the pureness of it. So when mine gets out of jail, I'm like...
My parents are not from Kentucky, and so I don't think they understood what it meant to raise kids there as Jews. Because when I was in high school, my parents sat me down and they said, hey, we know you're gonna start dating soon, and we just wanna let you know that whoever you're into, whether you're into boys or girls or anyone in between, it doesn't matter to us. As long as they're Jewish.
Sending and receiving naked photographs is something that belongs firmly in casual dating, where you're performing a gradual striptease via text for someone who never has to know you pissed the bed after 3 wines. And in return, you get the slow reveal of a body you don't yet know. Oh, it's very exciting. You're there like, oh, chest hair, hot. Oh, freckles on the shoulders. Hot. Oh, Southern Cross tattoo. Block.
He is so uptight about this kind of thing that he will not even send me any flirty texts. I try. A couple weeks ago, I texted him, hey there, looking pretty sexy today. He replied, received. With a period. I said, what are you worried about? We're married. He said, you're not thinking. What about this? What if we got into legal trouble and our phones got subpoenaed and our texts to one another were read aloud in open court? I said, okay, if that scenario played out, we would have a lot bigger issues than a couple of eggplant emoji.
I was walking through the park, and next to the park was a car, and inside the car was a man, and inside the man's hand was his dick. He was masturbating. Early on a Sunday morning. It was like he was the early bird jerking his worm. And I was concerned because there were kids running around, and I was like, what about the children? I didn't call 911 immediately because I was on my way to brunch. I had to address that first. I called the friend who I was meeting up with, and I was like, hey girl, I'm gonna be a little late. There's a guy in the park with his dick out. And she goes, you've already used that excuse before. Fair.
But I go for the wrong guys. I always go for these, like, you know, really chill guys that live in, like, deep Bushwick, you know? A little bit of a fuckboy, you know? And, like, the longest relationship they've ever had is with their MoMA tote bag, you know? There's nothing you ever need in that tote bag, ever. It's always, like, you know, a pine cone they got from Hudson Valley. Or I'm like, oh, do you have a condom? He's like, no, but I have this moleskin filled with my haikus. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'll be needing that condom anymore. But this one chill guy I dated, we would always watch these, like, 1950s black and white TV shows. You know where, like, a guy would use his cigar to punctuate his sentences? It would be like, I gotta say, dollface, Paris is beautiful, but not as beautiful as you. Hot, sexy, right? Okay, this guy would do the same thing, but with his vape. Doesn't really, like, work the same way, you know? He's like, oh my God, you're amazing. I never met anyone like you. Why does it always sound like they're drinking a smoothie and there's a clog in the straw? Just like... And I swear, that vape would make him so dumb. He would just say the dumbest things, like, crypto, you know what I mean? I don't even know why I was with him. Like, okay, here's the thing. He wasn't even good sexually. He would put his face against my chest like this, okay? Hold one of my boobs like this, and the other lick my nipple, like... Almost felt like I was a safe and he was trying to unlock me. Just like, no. Like, what are you doing? There's nothing in here. I'm at a vape store, you know? And I dated this guy for a few months, okay? And then he breaks up with me. And when he broke up with me, he goes, I gotta say, though, like, you were a really great experience. I'm like, great experience? Am I a semester abroad? Like, what are you talking about? And then I found out he gave me an STD. Now, this STD, I never heard of this one in my life. Okay, it's called molluscum contagiosum. And when I told my sister this, she said the funniest thing I've ever heard her say. She goes, Tori, it sounds like your vagina got molested by a Harry Potter spell. Molluscum contagiosum. It sounds like something like Voldemort would come up with because he was mad some girl, like, rejected him at Hogwarts. They're lying in bed together, and she's like, Voldemort, I like you, I really do. Ugh, you know, I'm not ready to shag. And he's like, oh, no worries. But, like, you know, can I still go down on you? And she's like, yes. And then he goes down on her, and he's like, molluscum contagiosum. Ah! And she's like, ugh, why does it burn? But I was so upset that this guy gave me an STD. I was like, you know what? He doesn't deserve a phone call from me. No. You know, I'm just gonna text him, you know? So I texted him being like, hi, I have molluscum, but I'm... But the thing is, I'm dyslexic, so I texted him being like, hi, I have mimosas. And then he just writes back, sweet, bring some over. It's like, well, according to my doctor, you already have a lot, so. But I told myself recently, I was like, you know, Tori, like, put this, like, dyslexic, like, insecure bullshit aside and go for a smart guy. You know, you're smart. So I matched with this guy on Hinge who was really cute. He went to Columbia. He also was, like, so buff, like, one of these. But the thing is, the problem with online dating is sometimes someone's voice doesn't match up with how they look. I got to date, he was like this, but then when he spoke, he's like, hi, Tori! My mom tried warning me about this guy. She goes, Tori, I'm telling you, this guy is not gonna be good for you, okay? Did you not read his Hinge prompt? Because on his Hinge prompt, it read, I get along best with people that aren't afraid to open books. And my mom was like, Tori, did you not see that? Did you not? I'm like, no, I didn't read it, okay? But she was right. I get to his apartment, there's books everywhere, okay? My nightmare, okay? And then he starts asking me questions, and he's like, oh, like, what's your favorite movie? And, you know, I never want to seem stupid, so I wasn't going to tell him my favorite movie is Coneheads. So I was like, all right, Tori, like, think of something, like, smart and artsy. So I was like, oh, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And then he asked me what my favorite book was, and I was like, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And then he did this really weird thing sexually. Okay, this is how he went down on me. This is it, ready? This is how he went down on me, okay, ready? Kissed my belly button, and then came right back up. Very strange, right? Almost like he like bookmarked to eat me out later. Like, all right, we'll get to that difficult passage in the morning, you know? I immediately leave the date. I call my mom. I do. I call her. I'm like, Mom, he did this weird thing. And I tell my mom the whole thing, and she just goes, odd boy. Odd boy. Very odd boy. She goes, you know who used to do that? Like, you know, I'm not gonna name names, you know, but let's just call him your father. But I thought about it and I was like, you know what? Like, maybe a friend should set me up on a date. Because I feel like friends know you the best. So I asked my really good friend Katie to set me up on a date. And Katie is Irish. She's one of these very excited Irish girls, like, woo, you know? Like, woo, 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 woo. You know, she's very exciting. She's a little naive. Like, if she was to see a homeless person with a beard, she'd be like, oh my God, it's a wizard. Hello. Now, she sets me up, okay, on a date with this, like, real tough country Irish guy, you know? He's from the country, you know? He's always, like, boxing for no reason, you know? She's like, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Put a finger in my ass. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Now, he proceeds to get wasted on the date. I like when guys get wasted on the date because you can find out what they really want to know about you. You know, like in the beginning of the date, he asked me when he was sober, he's like, so, you like growing up in New York? But when he was drunk, the questions completely changed. She was like, you like being Jewish? I mean, he's spilling secrets. He's like, back at home, I was a champion. I'm like, oh, what, football? He puts his hands over my mouth and goes, no, river dancing. Leave the date. I call Katie. I'm like, Katie, you set me up with an alcoholic. Oh, no, he's a lovely guy. I'm like, where did you even meet him? She's like, at work. I'm like, don't you work at a bar? And she just goes, ooh. She goes, and I work the day shift, so this is pretty bad, you know? But I was having like a pretty like intimate conversation with Katie, and to preference the story, she's 27. And she tells me, she goes, you know, Tori, I've never really like masturbated before. I'm like, oh my God, Katie, like that's crazy. You gotta do it. It's amazing. You know, I've been doing it since I was 3. And she just looks at me, she goes, I don't think that's right either. But I had a little bit of a problem when I was younger. I would go to sleepovers, then I'd get kicked out of the sleepovers. And I was like, I don't understand. Like, you want to play house? Like, let me show you what the mom does all day. And you know, like, I grew up in like a very small New York City apartment, and my room was small, so I'd always sleep in my sister's room. I would do it in my sister's room, okay? But no one ever knew I was doing it in there because no one could ever hear her. She'd just be like, Mama! Like, my mom thought the landlord put the heat on. Like, Mama! Even as an adult, it's a problem now because I can only ever come in my sister's room. It's a real problem for me.
It's fun being married. Who's married in here? A couple people married? All right, okay, that's rare. Y'all wooed and said you were married at the same time. That is generally reserved for the single people in the room. Usually at any show that I do and I go, who's married? People are like, I guess. We'll see what happens in the car tonight after the show. Usually married people don't woo, but y'all are having a good time. You're fun people. I like that. That's good. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love it. There was a weird time, though, that we had, a weird little moment. Y'all remember when Georgia had like a 45-minute shutdown during the pandemic? 2.5 years ago, right? It's a weird little bit of time where like I couldn't go and do live shows and we were both kind of stuck at home together. And that's weird, all right? That's a stressful time for a married couple is when you're stuck at home together, you know? Because at one point he looked at me and he's like, babe, I've been thinking. And I was like, please don't. And he's like, listen, I love you, you're sexy. And I was like, duh. And he's like, but I wish that you would seduce me more. That's what I wish. And I was confused. Because that means that he thinks he's been doing all of the seduction in this relationship. I'm like, when do you think you've been seducing me, honey? Right? Because I put effort in, y'all. Like, I own wigs, I have lingerie, I shower, right? I do all the things, okay? And what he does is sometimes when I'm trying to relax on the couch and binge watch Netflix, he comes wandering into the living room in his soft shorts with a boner, so proud. As if he just created it custom for me. And then he's like, huh? Voila. I'm like, that is not seduction, right? And he's like, that's not what I do. He's like, I'm stealthier than that. And I'm like, no, you're not. I'm like, are you referring to the times that I'm on the couch trying to watch TV and you come into the living room in the dark, but you approach the couch on the side that I can't see you on, and you're still in your soft shorts with a boner, but this time what you do is you just take my hand and you put it on it. Is that it? Any woman who's ever lived with a man or dated a man, we've all been through that before, right? They just take your hand and they put it on it. First of all, as if they invented that move. And it's like, hate to tell you, bud, but that's the first and most recent way I've touched a penis. Y'all all do it. It's not smooth at all. The worst part, though, is once you touch it, you gotta finish it off. Them's the rules. We all know I didn't make the rule, but that's the rule, right? The whole time you're like, I don't want to pause the show for this, but all right. And there's one tiny bit of time where your hand is being lifted up and you're in the dark and you're like, oh my God, this is so romantic. Is this like the Addams Family and he's Gomez and I'm Morticia? And he's gonna kiss me up and down my arm and then you're like, no, that's just a dick. That's what that is. Yep. And then it's even more stressful because you're like, that's not the ice cream sandwich I asked you to go get me 15 minutes ago, so I don't know what you were doing in the kitchen that made you so horny, but this is not what I ordered, all right? I wanted something soft and sweet, not hard and salty. That's what I didn't ask for. Didn't ask for. You enjoy that? Look, she said hard and salty. That's what they are. That's what they are, right? And the balls are there. There's so many things that nobody asked for. So I told him, I was like, maybe you could actually try, okay? Maybe you could actually try to seduce me. And he's like, all right, I will. And then it was a couple days later, I wandered into the bedroom and he was wearing the man version of lingerie, right? Which, of course, if you're familiar, is the t-shirt, no pants. And by the way, fellas, what a look. Big fan, right? Take the one part of the body we all want to look at, your chest and arms, right? And just cover that up and show us your dingle dangles at the bottom. And your butt that looks like a bullfrog stood up. Your white bullfrog butt. And your white thighs that blend into your tan calves. Nothing gets us going like that, fellas. Keep it up. That's what works. So anyway, there he is in his mangerie, and he's got his leg propped up on the bench in front of the bed. Because, you know, we live in the suburbs, so it's mandatory that you have a bench in front of your bed. That's how that works. He's got his leg propped up, and I'm like, oh shit. He's actually trying to seduce me. This is nice. Right? He's in costume, you know? It's all propped up like Captain Morgan. He's Captain Morgan. He's got an eye patch on for no reason. I don't even know where he got it. Right? I'm like, I'm gonna let him stab me with that sword. That's what I'm gonna let him do. That's what I'm gonna let him do. Right? I might let him look for some booty. You know what I'm saying? That's a pirate joke. But then I noticed that in one of his hands, he's got a bottle of Clorox cleaning spray. And he's applying it to his dead toenail from a recent mountain biking accident. And I'm like, wow, that's just gross. That's what that is. That's home surgery. That is not seduction. We need better health insurance. I know that. Right? I'm grossed out and I go walking down the hallway and I'm like, I don't know what I just walked into, right? But then halfway down the hall, I was like, wait a second. I didn't even know he knew where the cleaning supplies were in the house. I am turned on again. I'm soaking wet. We went back in there, we boned for 2 hours. I made him put some socks on first, but then we boned for 2 hours. That's the fun part of being married, right? She'll let anything slide, you know? Because it's too tough to get divorced. So you just keep it going. I do love being married. I make fun of him a lot. He's here tonight. He allows me to do so. He's here. That's good. I say allow. He doesn't have to allow me to do shit, but he's not going to fight me. He's not gonna fight me. He's an amazing guy. I'm so thankful for him. Best guy I've ever been with, for sure. Love him. Good guy. So happy that we're together. But here's the thing. I do not miss dating. I don't miss dating at all. Anybody in here who is single or you're out in the dating world, that sucks. I'm sorry. I hate that for you. I truly do. I'm sorry. I love that journey for you. That's what I'm so sorry. Wait, I should have said the right thing. No, I don't miss dating at all because I don't miss like Lying all the time. Act like you like the same shit the other person likes, right? I don't miss like hiding my crazy. Like I don't miss any of that. I much prefer being married. It's much nicer, right? I do not. When things were getting serious and like we were going to each other's houses, you know, before we got married, and I would let him like pick what we would watch on TV, you know, because I was like, this will be the last time, and don't get used to it, bud. So when he got to choose what we were watching on TV, I started to notice a pattern. I noticed that he was always watching the same types of shows, right? He loved anything about the wilderness, right? Especially if they were like people surviving in the wilderness, right? Men driving trucks on icy roads in the wilderness. Men heading out into the woods to build tiny homes, okay? And then I realized we were watching those shows for two totally different reasons. Like I was watching it for entertainment, and he was watching it like he was making a plan. And I'm like, I don't know what you think, bud, but I'm not letting you take me out into the wilderness. That's what I'm not letting you do, right? Because first of all, he tried to talk me into tiny homes for years. He was a big fan of tiny homes, kept trying to talk me into those, and I was like, first of all, I grew up poor, okay? I'm not living in something that can be towed away while I'm inside of it ever again, all right? He tried to sell me on him. He's like, no, babe, you care about the environment. He's like, tiny homes, they got composting toilets. And I was like, hear me out. I went to college. I am not shitting in mulch. That's what I'm not gonna do. I'm not a stray cat, all right? I'm not kicking bark over my feces. That's what I'm not gonna be doing, okay? Not gonna do it. Also, like, I love the man. He's good in the woods on a mountain bike, okay? Great on a mountain. He can drive fast through the woods, okay? But I don't know that he has the skills to protect me from a bear, all right? He doesn't have very good tracking skills. And I know this. For instance, if he has a shirt that I don't like, I can move it 5 inches to the left, and he'll never find it again. He'll act like someone cased the house and broke in to just steal that shirt from him. And the whole time he's complaining, I see the shirt out of my corner of my eye, but I'm not saying anything about it. I know where it is, right? But he won't look for things for more than 1 second. Which is good. He'll talk it out, though. If something's missing, he'll talk it out, which is cool, you know, because that means ultimately he's just better at looking for things with his mouth than his eyes. And honestly, that's how we ended up getting married. So thank you. Thank you.
No, I did just have a breakup a little while ago. It's okay, he liked MMA. But you know when you have a breakup, everything becomes like a breakup song or like a breakup shampoo. I was in the shower using Pantene Repair and Shine. And on the bottle it said, repairs damage of up to 6 months in one use. And I was like, yeah, right, Pantene. The only thing that can repair the damage of the last 6 months in one use is a coat hanger and a Kesha album. Thank you so much. Now, rude dudes are out, cozy guys are in. Rude dudes are out, cozy guys are in. 'Cause I'm a little cozy sweetie. And I need a cozy, kind man with large, rough hands who gives me back scratchies for days. Back scratchies till my back looks like it got a chemical peel. I just want to sit in the lap of this thick-thighed man and eat kettle chips till my mouth bleeds. I just want to sit in the lap of this tree-trunk-thighed man and eat chips that cause oral injury and harm. I just want to sit in the lap of this huge-bodied man while he feeds me spicy rigatoni until I see God. Until I see the ghost of my recently deceased grandma who told me to stop saying pussy on stage. No, I'm ready for my soulmate. I'm tired of running. I want to get old. I want to do old people shit. I'm tired. I'm ready for my soulmate. I love old people shit. I love a bench. I love to sit down. I want to do old people things like sit and eat sausages and yogurt. I hate loud music. I love radicchio. Let's die together, bitch. No, I need a kind man. I need a man so kind he makes Mr. Rogers look like the fucking Unabomber. I need a man so kind he makes Winnie the Pooh look like Cocaine Bear. I need a man so kind he makes Cliff Huxtable look like Bill Cosby. No, I trained my ex-boyfriend to tell me I'm skinny. I used a gun. It was so easy to get a gun. No, I can never be stick thin because I'm a little hungry boy. I'm a little hungry boy. I want to eat like an underweight high school football player. I want to eat like the Lost Boys in Hook when Pan comes back. I hate when people say, eat to live, don't live to eat. It's like, shut up, bitch. French fries are incredible. They're like a drug that won't make you lose your mortgage and 2 kids. Shoestring fries are bullshit, though. I hate a shoestring. You guys? Yeah, I hate them. Oh, you want to demean me? You want to degrade me? You want to humiliate me and to put a whole handful of fries into my mouth just to get the equivalent of 1 regular fry? Please. I just don't think I can relate to you unless you like to unwind by blasting a rotisserie chicken over a trash can. That's sort of how I like to take a load off. I like to hunch over in private and do my little chicken shoveling raccoon private soothing in private. But I sort of just live in fear of somebody rolling up on me while I'm doing my private soothing. Because I could just do something drastic that I can't take back. I would rather a man look directly into my butthole than catch me eating a rotisserie chicken in private. I would rather piss my gray sweatpants in front of my entire high school again. than have a man catch me eating a rotis in private.
Because would I date a 25-year-old guy now at this point in my life? Absolutely not. So gross. I think it's because 25-year-old guys are bad at everything. Like, I'm sure you have, like, life skills or whatever, but, like, sexually, they're bad at everything, right? There's not a single 25-year-old guy who's, like, good at eating pussy. They're all so bad at it. 25-year-old guys are so bad at eating pussy. They are. And if you're 25 and you're in here and you're like, I'm the exception, there are 0 exceptions. You know why? It's not their fault. It's not at all their fault. It's because it's not an experience thing. It's an attitude thing, right? 25-year-old guys, when they go down on a lady, they're doing it to check it off a list and then be like, I'm a feminist. And that's great. But the reason it gets so much better when men get older, like when they get to be in their 40s and up, the reason it's so much better is because those guys, they're eating pussy so that they don't die alone. And that is so much better. Truly, they're eating pussy with fear and terror. And that is what makes me come. If I see the whites of your eyes, it's over. You know what I mean? Thanks. That's the woo of a sated older lady. That's interesting. My husband and I, we've been talking about having kids a lot lately, which is so wild to think that I'm old enough to do that. Not only am I old enough to have kids, I'm running out of time. I'm at the age where I keep getting asked if I'm gonna freeze my eggs, and I keep having to explain that I can barely afford eggs. Right, my husband and I, we don't have kids right now, or a dustpan and brush anymore because we had to throw it away, but I have to say, this is so embarrassing to admit, but a big thing that's stopping me from having kids is I don't want to have a boy. And you're not supposed to say that. I'm well aware. When somebody asks you, what do you want to have, boy or girl? You're supposed to say, I don't care, as long as they're healthy. But I've given it a lot of thought, and I would rather have a sick girl. Would fully rather have a frail, sickly daughter than a strong, healthy son. I'm not trying to be insensitive. It's not that I hate men, right? I don't hate men at all. I know I give off that vibe because I have a few jokes about it and a nose ring, but I don't hate men. The reason I don't want to have a boy, one, is because I don't know what, like, boy issues are. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know where that's coming from. I know where girl issues are coming from. I understand it's society, but I don't know boy issues. And I know men have issues because I've read the comments they leave on my videos. But I don't know where it comes from. The other reason I don't want to have a boy is because when you give birth to a boy in this country, one of the first questions that the doctor asks you as the mother is, do you want to circumcise him? And sorry, but that's a crazy decision that I now have to make for somebody I just met. I don't know his name yet, okay? And you want me to figure out what to do with his dick? It feels like college all over again. I think I'm supposed to just circumcise my son because I'm Jewish and that's what we do. Right? It's not all we do. We do other things too, but that's one of the things. We do it because God promised Abraham to protect him and his descendants if him and his male descendants would get circumcised. And I know, that makes God sound like the most toxic girlfriend. I I know I'm not the first person to point this out, but the Old Testament is full of God being very petty and insecure, just going up to every guy asking for sacrifice after sacrifice. And you're like, where does this end? Jesus Christ. Okay. Really? That one's fun because it's a thinker, but it's so dumb. Sometimes I tweet my jokes, and I tweeted out a bunch of jokes about circumcision one time because I was trying to work out this circumcision bit, chunk, snippet. I don't know. I wrote 3 puns for you. And I tweeted, okay, here's one of the jokes that I tweeted. It got me in so much trouble. I tweeted, I would circumcise my son because, you know, he ruins my body, I ruin his. Yeah. And then a lot of people sent me a lot of pictures I did not ask for. It was a wild day on the internet for me. People got mad at me. On the internet? What? Yeah, people got really mad at me for that joke. I didn't know this when I tweeted it because I had never really given it that much thought, but there are people who are like very anti-circumcision. And I get it. I understand their reasons, but they were really mean to me when they explained them. They were so mean to me. Just so you know, there's a community of people. They found each other and then they found my mentions. They call themselves intactivists. And that's objectively hilarious.